Have you had those days where you felt like you were non-stop working? You didn't even have time for lunch, and at the end of the day, you realized you didn't really get anything meaningful done? Well, let's try to make that never happen again. Having an online business actually has some hidden challenges. While you can work on your own time, that's great. What that also allows you to do is that allows you to slack off at your own time as well. And so a big challenge a lot of people have building these online businesses is staying productive, staying focused, even when there's so many distractions, and a lot of time they're at home where they could easily just turn on the TV. So what do you do? Well, first of all, it's important to realize, what can we do, right? We can't really increase the amount of time we have. There's a set amount of time that's fixed. Everyone has the same amount of time. Sure, you can wake up earlier, but time is pretty fixed. Can't change that. What we can change is what we decide to do with our time, what we decide to focus on. Focus is so important because the amount of time you have and the focus you put into it, that stuff basically creates your path. Now, you can decide to put a little bit of focus into a lot of different things, but then you'll only go this high, right? Or you can decide to take all those little pieces and put them together, and then you can actually create a lot of progress with something. So I want you to really think about it like this. Now, if you are trying to get to a destination and you have this journey that you want to go to and you want to get to a place, you are more likely to get to that place, let's call it success. You're way more likely to get to success if you continue on one path, right? Instead of maybe every 5 or 10 minutes deciding to turn around and go a different direction, right? So that's what focus and time and energy management really is putting your focus into one kind of direction. So how do you do that? Well, as a digital entrepreneur, it is tough, and I'm gonna actually give you something I do every single day, which massively helps me. Now, you've probably heard of the phrase or word, I guess, because it has a little hyphen, to-do list, a to-do list of having like a ton of little items on your list and you got to cross them all off. Well, I think that works great if you're grocery shopping or something like that. We don't want that with our online business. What I like to do is I create a today list. Okay, it's called Today, just for today, and it's a list of items that I want to get done today, and that's it. And it's not a long list, it's usually 1 or 2 things. Now, I start off the day by going on my computer and not opening up my email, but I go on my computer and I actually open up a blank document, okay? Sometimes maybe it's an inbox, so I'll click draft on my email. I won't check my email, but I'll click draft so I have like a written message there that I could start writing in, and I put the subject line as today in all caps, and then in the message, what I do is I'm gonna just take maybe 10 minutes to think about the highest leverage items I can do today. These are usually more project-based, like, get my opt-in page up, start running that Facebook ad campaign, get my developer all of the information he needs to start creating the website. And I'll just write 1 or 2 items on there. And what I'll usually do is I will send that to myself, all right? So it goes on the top of my inbox. So if I ever try to go to my email, I'll see that right away. Now, these 1 or 2 items on my today list are vital to do today. I don't leave the office until I'm done, and I don't start anything else until those items are done as well. So now I've written out maybe 1 or 2 of the biggest items, the highest leverage things I should do with my day, okay? So that's taking my time and deciding what is the best thing I should be putting my time towards. Now what do? Do I just jump into the first big item? No, I don't. That's actually a big issue that people have, is they just start working on something. If you spend maybe 10 minutes, just 10 minutes, about thinking on how to accomplish that item in the best, easiest, fastest, most effective way possible, and taking a little bit of notes on all the things you need to complete to make that item work, well, you're gonna save hours and hours of time. So many people just start going on a path and they don't really think about the best way to do it. So let's say, again, you're trying to hike up a mountain, right? And you've never seen this mountain before. You know you want to get to the top of it, and you can just start going up, or you can spend a little bit of time and do some research. Try to figure out the best trails, right? The best, most effective, fastest way to get to the top, and then you choose the right trail and you go up. So that's what you should be thinking about too with your biggest items on your to-do list, is don't just start them, but take 10 minutes, think about what is the best way I can accomplish this goal. And then make sure to take some little notes in your to-do list on what you should do to make that goal happen, the different parts, and then think through the best way to accomplish those parts. All right? And then you can get at it. And that's the to-do list strategy. It's something that is very simple, but massively can increase your productivity by taking your focus and narrowing it in on the most important things. It makes sense, right? What should you be focusing on? Well, you should always be focusing on the most important thing in that moment. But a lot of us get distracted and we do different things that maybe we want to do or we think is easier, or we just don't know why we're doing those things, and before you know it, you have a whole day of stuff that you didn't really do anything major that accomplishes a big goal. So that's it for this strategy. You're going to feel way more productive, way more satisfied, because you're going to get way more done. So that's it. Send your first to-do list to yourself and get at it. Let me know in the comments what you think. I think this is maybe my most important strategy for my day, because it really helps me stay focused and get a lot of stuff done. That's it. Give us a like if you liked it, subscribe so you don't miss next week's video, and we'll see you later. See ya.